Now in this video, we continue the discussion about how to become a business owner. And this is going to be the second way. We already finished the first way. Continuation video number 36, the Cashflow Quadrant book, a guide to financial freedom. Join me. Hello, welcome to Take a Step to a Better You. So this is a continuation of how to become a business owner. And this is video number 36. I'm getting the lesson from the Cashflow Quadrant. I'm reading sections of the book. If you are new, my name is Sherifa Nakalema. I'm a business owner here in Virginia, USA. And here I talk about business topics, mostly like how to start a business is my passion, actually. But then how to manage, for those of you who don't want to go into your business, but we talk about making money, saving money, managing money, those topics, personal development, how to make your life better. And also I do motivation. So in this one, we are on the book. Please, if any of that sounds interesting, please consider subscribing. And most importantly, leave a comment. I need to know. I need to see who watched it. So leave a comment. And for those of you who are returning, thank you for supporting this message. I'm here daily, 12:30 p.m. Eastern, USA Eastern Time. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I tend to be on books strictly. But Thursday, I tend to drive around, show you America, or talk to someone. Then on Friday, I come live. On Sunday, I do motivation. But on the live, I switch the time. Please click on the bell so you know, you see what I'm doing, because YouTube is going to send you a notification. Now, video, I always have to remind you what this book is about. The Cashflow Quadrant. It's about Robert Kiyosaki, who wrote this book. By the way, he wrote the famous book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. I read it too. I have all the videos on my channel. 68. So he says we earn money. He called them quadrants, 4. So I'll show an image of that. Either you're an employee earning a paycheck, or you're self-employed, you're a small business owner on the left, or you are a large business owner on the right, or you are an investor. That's what this whole discussion is about. Now he's talking to us about how to become a business owner. And for those other videos that I finished, you see the end screen of this video. When you click on Cashflow Quadrant, it takes you to all of them. And then I also have in the description, and also how you get this book. Let me get all this out so start reading. You can get a book in the description. Audio, you can buy it, but also you can get free audio for 1 month. All of them, the videos I finished, number 1 up to this 136, like I said, end screen or in the description. But in the pinned comment, and now I'm only pinning the previous video. I'll be putting the previous video in my pinned comment on top. So the previous video was number 35, and they were talking about how to become a business owner. He gave us method number 1, which was using, like, learning from a mentor or mentor. That was number. You can find this in the pinned comment to see what we did in the previous video, because today I'm talking about number 2. So method number 2, he says, franchise. Because if you can become a business owner through owning a franchise. So that's all I'm going to cover. And then in the following video, I'll talk about number 3, because he said there are 3 ways. If you want to follow all this, number 34 is where he started telling us about the 3 systems. Now we started number 1 in 35, number 2 in 36. Okay, he says number 2, how to become a business owner is number 2, buy a franchise. Another way to, now Robert is writing, to learn about systems is to buy a franchise. Remember, he says a business owner is an owner of a system. So it has to be a system. If you don't have a system, you're just a self-employed person, you're a small business owner. We went through all these, those who have been following. Okay, when you buy a franchise, you are buying a tried and proven operating system. By buying the franchise system, instead of trying to create your own system, you can focus on developing your people. Now, when he says franchise, for those of you who are not familiar with what a franchise is, like McDonald's, you see how McDonald's is? You see that all McDonald's are the same, because that's a system. It's a franchise. You just buy and then you pay, you get qualified, and then they give you your own McDonald's to manage. So there are many companies running business like that. So you just go pay the fees. They ask you, they come create a McDonald's for you. So that's what a franchise is. Okay, by buying the franchise system, instead of trying to create your own system, you can focus on developing your people. Buying the system removes one big variable when you are learning how to be a B. Remember, I said B was big business owner. He's talking in terms of letters. So that image I showed you. So he's saying B, business owner. Many banks will loan money for a franchise, but not for a small startup business, because they recognize the importance of systems and how starting with a good system lowers their risk. A word of caution: franchises are hard for people with an S quadrant mentality. I mean, the small business people, self-employed people mentality, who want to do their own thing. If you buy a franchise system, be an E. Like be an E meaning be an employee. Just do exactly the way they tell you to do it. Nothing more tragic than the courtroom fights between franchisees and franchisors. Franchisors, I don't know the way it's sounding, but the owners of the franchise and the one they sold it to, because they have to follow the rules. So the fights happen because the people who buy the system really want to do it their own way, not the way the person who created the system wants it done. If you want to do your own thing, then do it after you've mastered both systems and people. So if you want to create your own company, which was the first one, master both systems and people. My highly educated dad failed, even though he thought he bought a famous ice cream franchise. Although the system was excellent, the business still failed. In my opinion, the franchise failed because his partners were all E's. They were all employees and S's, self-employed people, who didn't know what to do when things started to go bad and didn't ask for support from the parent company. You know, when you have your own franchise, you can always go to the people who sold it to you to help you in case of anything, so any problem. So he said it's the parent company. So they didn't ask for support from the parent company. In the end, the partners fought among themselves and the business went down. They forgot that a true B, that's a business owner, is more than a system. It's also dependent on good people to operate the system. Now he's saying, a subheading: banks don't lend money to people without systems. If a bank won't lend money to a small business without a system, why should you? Almost daily, people come to me with business plans with the hope of raising money for the idea of their project. Most of the time, I turn them down for one main reason: the people raising the money don't know the difference between a product and a system. I've had friends ask me to invest money in developing a new music CD, and others who want me to help form a new non-profit to change the world. As much as I might like the project, the product or person, I'll turn them down if they have little or no experience in creating and running business systems. Just because you can sing doesn't mean you understand the systems of marketing, finance, and accounting, and sales, human resources, and the many other systems that are required to keep a business afloat and make it successful. For a business to survive and thrive, 100% of all the systems must be functioning and accountable. For example, an airplane is a system of systems. If it takes off, and let's say the fuel system fails, there's often a crash. The human body is also a system of systems. Most of us have had a loved one die because one of the body's systems failed. The same thing happens in a business. That's why building a tried and true business system isn't easy. It's the systems you forget about or don't pay attention to that cause you to crash and burn. That's why I rarely invest with an E or S who has a new product or idea. Professional investors tend to invest in proven systems with people who know how to run those systems. I'm reading the last part. Just a few lines. If banks lend based only on a tried and true systems, and the person who is going to run them, then you should do the same. if you want to be a smart investor. Okay, that's the end of the second way that Robert suggests that you own a business through a franchise. Now, my 2 cents on this one, I can never be a franchisee. Because if they gave me McDonald's, if I was like the owner of a McDonald's and it's a franchise, I would end up maybe creating my own fries, different flavor. And that's how you end in the courtroom. Remember, they were taking them to court because I like to create, I like to do my own thing. I cannot be a franchise, I cannot buy a franchise. So what do you think? But it's easier because it's already set up. They just tell you, do this, like this, like this. He said, to be able to start your business or to grow your business, to be a franchisee, you need to behave like an employee because you have to take all the directions they give you. They say this must be done like this color has to be like that, this is done like that. I just keep saying the example of fries because if you go to a McDonald's, their fries taste the same. So they follow whatever they were told to do to make those fries taste like that. Any McDonald's you go to, you expect it to taste the same. So if that's your thing, but the franchise fee is really, really a lot of money. If you have the money, that's a good way to start faster. Okay? Leave a comment for me. The next video will be for the third way. The third way of owning a business. Like I always end them, I said, take good care of yourself, take very good care of families, take very good care of your health. Remember, in the pinned comment, I have the previous video, which was number 35. And then in the end screen, on the end screen, when you see Cashflow Quadrant, that takes you to all of them. And then in the description, everything, if you want to get the book, you see everything. I explain everything in the description. You can find what you want. Take a step to better you. Bye-bye.